Well, good Saturday morning. Welcome to God's Grace on Thee and Angel Wallace Productions. Today is Saturday. It is the 4th of May of 2024. Today is the Kentucky Derby. And there's a lot of people that celebrate the Kentucky Derby, so it's going to be exciting to see who's going to win this year's trophy. There's a lot more going on to the Kentucky Derby than most people realize, but my friend Patty and I are working on something together, and hopefully we'll be bringing that out to you soon. So today we're going to start. So before I realized it, there was a few people I wanted to recognize, and I hurried up and I got out of my stuff because I was starving. So I got out of my clean clothes and just put on my my lounging attire. But I wanted to give a special shout out to Patty Wynn. Thank you so much. Your generous donation. I appreciate that so. And Mama Wiki One, I'm glad you're here with us in our little circle of truth. And PSC 143, I love you all. SK Girl, so good to see you here, honey, because she follows me over on God's Grace on Me. So I'm glad that you're here with us on this channel as well. And I love all of you. I really do. And I appreciate when you comment so that I know who I'm talking to. Okay, so let's continue. It's called Phoenix Operator Owner Manual, including flight instruction, if used properly, 1,000 year plus or minus warranty, and 144,000 planets tested. Manufacturer, ASHTAR. Now we all know who ASHTAR is, right? That's the spiritual name of God. So this is going to be interesting. It continues and says, maintenance service, authorized instructors, Jesus Ananda, Lord Michael St. Germain, computer personnel, Drithea, Thomas, Dharma, parts and user complaints, Georgios C. Hatton. So let's get started. It seems like it's going to be pretty interesting. Let me show you the cover. As you can see, okay, so let's begin. And again, it has the copyright position statement and disclaimer. I've said that several times, so I don't think we'll go over that. It says here, Phoenix Operator Owner Manual, ISBN, and it gives the number. 3rd edition, printed by Phoenix Source Publishers, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89126, August 1993. For information, call Printed in the United States of America. So let us begin. Introduction, Aton. Hear me clearly, children, for you who have been misled into the corners of darkness and into behaviors which have unbalanced your planet and soiled the places of perfection, shall hear me. Find truth and turn unto that truth in the days that follow, or you shall be separated into the places away from my presence. For as you have made your choices and continue to act in ways against the laws as given unto your species to maintain balance and wholeness of soul direction, you shall continue in the places of the adversary, which have pulled you down. You put reason and godly thought to the side and entered into the places of darkness, claiming that you know not that which is truth and living according to that which man has made legal, but that which remains unlawful. Now you spread the shackles of the voted in legal evil which have been thrust upon you in your modern world, defiled all that remains sacred and wondrously gifted unto you. And I have sent my host to give truth unto you of the planet Earth, Shan. And I have sent the word, and until the ending of the cycle so shall it be thus. You have no way to know of the time which might be given unto you to find your way into the lighted path of godly behavior and truth. Yet you continue to flail about in your carnage and denounce my messengers And blessed are the ones who see and hear, for theirs shall be my kingdom. And blessed are you who pass the word of truth unto thine brethren, in giving and tolerant sharing, for you shall shortly see of my being. And I am as near as the breath you draw. I see and know all within each of my children's beings, and you have taken me into the holes of Hades in your sloven and evil practices, which you conceal and hide in the dark secrets and deceptions, even against those you claim protection and love of. You commit treason against that which was placed into your care and destroy it. You deceive your children which were given unto your care, those which you have left unmurdered. Now you fill them with lies, and you teach them to murder, rob, live in deceit, war, and addictions. That which you have done shall be visited likewise upon them, for neither shall they who have been misled be within the places of light, for you have extinguished the flame of truth and light within them. And you ask, what means the sins of the father shall be visited upon his children? This is that which it means, that as you have bent the twig into the contortions of diseased tree, so shall the disease have spread in the fruit, ruin, and in spoilage. And you shall bear your own bloodline into the void of separation, if ye change not. You interpret the laws as given for your journey, and you consume the fuel which consumes the energy, which thrusts your vehicle instead of moving it in glorious motion unto the lighted places of immortality, in wondrously gifted wonders, and growth into the places of the soaring eagles of my fleet. And what mean I when I say unto you, to everyone who overcomes, who to the very end keeps on doing things that please me, I will give power over the nations, and I will give you the morning star? I mean that you shall have abundance, glory, and the evil empire shall fall into shambles at the feet of my hosts and of my people, and the place shall come again within the laws laid forth in truth, balance, and harmony. The morning star, the adversary, Satan, has taken the label given unto his first perfection, and torn the beauty and the perfection asunder, and yet still labels himself the morning star, the great white morning star. The adversary shall be handed into the hands of my people who have turned unto the word. I've watched and waited as you have taken truth and turned it into lies. And I have watched as those of the evil adversary have labeled themselves as my chosen people and called themselves Jews, which never was of me nor of my people. My children of Judea were blessed, and when you failed, the punishment was great for you, lost your relationship with the Christed beings sent to set you to the right direction, as you turned him and those who were sent with him away, as you clung unto the adversary of my lighted teachers. You were scattered about the earth and unto the lands which were not yours, as you were put into separation from myself by your own choosing. Now you have allowed the very evil ladder himself to take all that was gifted unto you and follow an empty idol into the abyss of restlessness. There can be no fulfillment which flows from the physical flesh. From the physical flesh is but dust, and unto dust shall again return. And you, who follow the beast within thy beingness of soul, shall be left to continue the endless search in restless agony, and find no peace within your being. I know that you once have lost your strength as forfeit into the bastard child of evil, and you have followed and consumed that which he has given you and called wonderful. And you have poisoned your bodies and corrupted your minds and chased madly hither and yon to gain of the lustful, greedy luxuries and ill behaviors of that which is taught to bring pleasure to the human physical. But you have found chaos and pain, non-fulfillment, and restless searching, and you have found no peace. And you have become diseased and plague-riddled robotic zombies who stumble hither and yon without direction and bow to those who send you forth in battle for their evil wishes. You have few who will stand against the dragon even as he spews his fire upon your being, but rather wallow in the ashes, declaring it wondrous and good. You give lies unto your brethren, while you say that some of that which is brought by my host, Hatton, for instance, is taken with great difficulty. And you claim great difficulty with the attitude displayed by the one, Hatton, who communicates the information, for instance, about AIDS and many other relevant topics to today's troubled times. But his information supports one, Dr. Strecker's research. So the inference is that scent of God can be peered upon for it. Supports an earth man's research. And I shall just give you the rest of the quotation coming from one in Canada, and who actually came and had an interview with Hatton and shared in the gracious hospitality of ones who serve our hosts. He came on more than one occasion and did in fact claim to be in total unflinching service unto God, and did further want funding for his projects, of course, to come from these ones. But he liked not the attitude of Hatton, as Hatton pronounced the truth of the laws. In other words, I will serve God and do God's work, as long as by God, as I can do it my way. He continues in his advertising for his own gain. We have ordered all the books, the Phoenix Journals, listed on their order form, and will receive each new publication as it is printed. They produce 1 or 2 new books each month. Hatton, we are convinced, does not understand the structures of human consciousness, the higher purposes, and the function of sexuality, nor many other human activities. And we dispute many claims he makes about his highest intelligence, me, God, Aton, an understanding of our planet's needs, such as our protection, etc. But the information he has access to is most valuable and has caused great distress in the United States government. Now he continues later with, keep yourself updated with the Spotlight and the Phoenix, not giving your attention to Hatton's critical nature and focus on the negative, which only hurts and isolates himself and others. Perhaps I should mention to you that Hatton denounces the lack of responsibility of the sexual unions as you of Earth have come to practice them, the murders of the unborn, the use of another for gratification of human power needs, and the activities which are given and experienced in most despicable ways, bearing diseases and killing the very body seeking acceptance and pleasure. Love and union of emotion is a gift of experience given unto the soul, emotions, and have not to do with the body physical. That for which ye search is not fulfilled by any conjured activity of the human physical being. It is a behavior denounced, not the love and abiding co-relationship of that which you label heterosexual or homosexual. It is not love responsibility, nor even caring when one would give fatal disease unto that other he claims to abide with in love. Therefore, when ye are told the truth of it, you denounce and turn away. And how can you believe and accept one thing from Hatton and discard that very portion which allows your immortal soul transition into the glorious realms of higher dimension? Is the inference somehow that if you have experienced the things which are against the laws of God and the creation, that you are doomed and lost forever? Well, do not be foolish. All done in ignorance is instantly forgiven, as truth is noted and followed. As in the homosexual participant in any relationship, you turn from the placement of your parts of procreation or that which was purposed for speech into the places of fecal expulsion. Is that so very difficult to attain in truth? Is that act of true expression of your caring love and of another being? What about the soul of the one so used, especially as he turns into the terminal case of cancer or pneumonia from the act? Can your soul find peaceful rest after having delivered your closest friend or child into the agony of death by disease, which shall snuff out their experience in incredible suffering and lingering sickness? My laws and those of the creation were given unto you a physical experience to honor total simplicity and gain wondrous fulfillment and joy from your relationships with your brethren, to pass the journey of experience and learning, and then make passage into higher levels of understanding and knowledge. You have now bound yourselves by shackles of lies into the endless rotation of the wheel of life, the wheel of experience, worsening with each experience until you have forgotten all the truth of life. And most of you have wasted your experience and are on the moving dead, searching after bits of physical dregs to pass the journey. I judge not that which you did. I judge that which you do after learning truth. No man nor group of men or women shall change one iota of the laws. You can all vote in favor of that which is evil and make of thine laws according to land, and it means nothing for you. Will continue to be consumed by that which is evil, that ye have brought upon selves. The actions are totally and completely up to you. Do you wish my host to come and tell you worse and more despicable lies? Is that for which ye seek in the perfection of God? More lies for my messengers? This is the time of separation of those who are with me, for those who stand against me. And if you turn again unto the laws of truth as given forth, you shall be given all assistance from my realms and from my hosts. Those who remain in deliberate practice of those things which are birthed of the physical and expanded into human level actions have made their choices. If you turn into the dark passages choosing to forfeit the light, so be it, for ye shall be left unto your choices. For I force not any creature, but you alone shall be in the choosing. Not only do I have total forgiveness, so can I cause your cure of the diseases besetting thy beings. Judgment? What of judgment? It is in no wise to fail to utilize the act of judgment. You judge not the man, you judge the action of the man. If ye cannot judge that which brings you into glory and light from that which casts you into the abyss of the void and into the darkness, ye shall pay greatly in sorrow for the lack of learning the difference in that which judgment defines in truth. And I've come in many ways, many times, and in many forms to show you the way and teach you truth through the word. I've sent many of my sons to give unto you truth, and you have slain them, and turned from them in denouncement and continuation of your defilement of your own places of nesting and corruption, of thyself and brethren, all relations of thine perfect planet with all wondrous relations of life, beings put forth your use and pleasure, and you have trampled them as pearls under your feet, and spat upon them as ye spilled their blood, and crushed the life from their wondrous existence. You have turned in honor and bowing before the idols of things and unto the human beings who will enslave you. And you have spat upon my messengers and cast the lessons and instructions into the trash as you mock and ridicule and shout lies and false prophets. And you no longer can discern that which is false from that which is truth. How did you expect God to return upon your place? You have been lulled into believing that you sit and wait and be whisked away to glory on the clouds. How foolish can a mortal be? Ye cling to the lies as if they would save you from the fire while ye prepare to jump into the Holocaust. Man has come into defiling all that he touches, and this is evil. And for that defilement he shall bring punishment unto himself. It shall not be of my doing. I offer you truth, the light, the way, and the word. I extend my hand unto all who will take of it, and I shall bring you home into my place of wondrous experience. But I shall force none, not by so much as one hair of his head. Man shall turn about and unto truth by his own free will, or he shall perish in his own delusion. And I shall weep and stand waiting, but I shall not pluck you out of your pit, except ye ask, so be it. Now I write this first word unto you, so that you pass this portion of this journal. You know that which is given is truth, reason, and injustice. This is the most important document ye shall ever be given, for the last trumpet is sounding, and ye have been again warned and petitioned, and my messengers have pleaded upon bended knees to be heeded. I have given the written word unto another scribe, so that ye have not the excuse, I just didn't somehow believe Dharma, or, well, I just didn't somehow believe Hatton. You're being given the facts behind the illusion of lies, so that you have the opportunity to change your circumstance, or move on into the abyss of the enslavement, for it is at hand. The time of the cycles upon your place wherein the separation shall be made. Do you see the writing? Mine, tikel, ufar, sin. For in the same hour came forth fingers of a man's hand, and wrote over against the candlestick, upon the plaster of the wall of the king's palace. And the king saw the part of that hand, and wrote, Daniel 5:25. Do you see the hand that pens your fate? Do you hear the call, the trumpets which signal your fate? And do you take note of my messengers, that you give an opportunity to rise out of the morass and into the freedom? The moving fingers write, and then, having writ, move on. And so moves the truth of opportunity, which knocked, and you heeded not. Each of my messengers and scribes shall put this truth unto the people in the languages of understanding, the native of the ancient tribes unto his people, and thus and so on, so that all might be given unto opportunity to come again into remembering. But the word shall stand, lest ye think ye shall corrupt and tamper with the message. For no matter how ye tamper, it will change nothing. I ask that Thomas take to pen and write a message from the Master Christos of the Sacred Infinite Circle, to follow this and precede that of Drew. There is not new. It is information as old as unto the beginning, and you have pulled away into your physical path of wanton actions and desires, just as the obese person has a simplistic opportunity to simply close the mouth to lose the fat. So is the simplicity of all my instructions in order to come within the laws. And just as will of the flesh is not strong enough to close of the mouth against the foods in excess, so ye shall be given strength if ye but ask with intent of purpose. Not of the lips that always pronounce lies, but the heart within petition for aid. And you shall be given that which will lift you up, and you will give support unto your brethren, and goodness can again flow across that wondrous place given unto your care. And you will be given to remember and awaken, and you will set things to straight as you turn from the beast that has pulled you into the pit. And you shall move away in total newness, without looking back, lest ye be pulled again into the destruction. You need not fight nor war, for those are not of my way nor of my kingdom. You recognize the evil, turn into the light and the laws, and move away, and in doing so, you remove the nourishment and the support of the beast, and the adversary shall devour itself, for there will be nothing left to sustain him. You are given nothing herein which is difficult to understand. It is simplicity in every action and instruction. Ye can denounce and rebel, revolt and boil while spewing venom upon the ones about thee, but you will know that what I send and bring is truth and right. and you will never be in the unknowing again. And that which ye do against me shall be done in deliberate action. And woe unto you who denounce and demand that another follow you in your despicable path, for ye shall bear a portion of that one's downfall upon thine own soul. Ye who feel frail and think ye cannot stand in truth alone, you're not alone, for I am the strength of the universe, and I shall support thee in the ending, precious ones. Ye shall stand all alone, just thee and me, and there shall be none other to answer in your stead. And I am coming soon, and my reward is with me, to repay everyone according to the deeds he has done, and according to the moment of confrontation to that which lies deep within the essence through intent. I am the start and the finish, the beginning of counting and the end of counting. Blessed forever are ye who are tending of thine houses, and washing of thy robes, as ye remove the soil from their weavings, so that ye stand tall as ye pass into the city through the gates, via my chariots of silver and golden wings. Until it is finished, I will leave my messengers upon your place, and then they shall be lifted upon into the security of my places of safety and light. And you who choose not to listen, not and continue to abandon my truth, shall remain outside my city with the sorcerers and the immorals and the murderers and the idolaters and all who love to lie, and do so. And I've sent my angels and messengers among you to put the word to print and sound and picture in order to tell you these things. Know that in these times of that sorting, that as time moves on, the vile will become even more vile. Good men will be better, and those who are holy will continue on in greater holiness. Ah, yes, children, I bring your reward with me, and ye shall bring unto me thine markers, and we shall measure thine portion. And I suggest all of you who can read, go unto the book called Holy. And even with its tampering, I command you to read the book of Isaiah. And unto my people say, Mahar Shalal Hazbaz, be ye ready? And do not be foolish in your geography perceptions. The beast of anti-God shall rise out of the places which claim to be my holy places. And the people will claim to be my chosen people. But they are evil and have no truth in them. But it shall be from the places of the ancient days from which the wars shall move across the nations, and my reclaimed places shall rise, and the infected and evil places shall be given to sink beneath the seas to be cleansed and healed. Where shall ye be? I shall save my people. Shiar Jashub, Shiar Jashub, and Maher Shalal Hazbaz. Turn thee from the witches and mediums, and listen not longer to their whispering and mutterings. Can the living find out the future from the dead? Why do ye not ask me these things? Why do ye not listen when I send ye the word and the truth? What will ye do? Will ye move away? My people, led away captive, stumbling, weary, and hungry? Check the words of those witches, channels, mediums, which pronounce things upon which ye hang thine beings. If their messages are different than mine, it is because I have not sent them, for they have no light or truth within them. They will cry out for the new world government and order, and promise you peace and prosperity. But you shall reap of the whirlwind, for unity of worlds and universes come only from the lighted truth and life integration within the laws of truth, light and balance within the creation. Man of human distraction knows only lust, greed, power through coercion and force and enslavement. And if you follow the wrong leader, you're destined to perish with that leader and lose all that ye perceive ye have gained in the physical procurement. And ye had best be turning unto the holy books of the lighted realms, and discern that which is truth from which has been changed, and written in by your enemies, for the time is at hand. And in all times of coming and manifestation in the density of physicalness, messengers are sent to give warning and set the word to right. Always a prophet is sent afore me to bring you into the remembering. But the hourglass lies upon its side, waiting my turning thereof. Ye who have eyes and ears had best be in the seeing and hearing, for the glass is empty and the cup empty. With that will ye refill it? Oh yes, the book of Isaiah has been corrupted and the truth turned about. But if ye read with discernment, ye shall find it all written there upon the pages. Remember that the definition of Israel is God's chosen people. It has nothing to do with the geographical location of a place which plundered and stole the places of Palestine. Ye had best begin to read with definitions of truth, instead of those definings as laid forth to enslave you of the ignorant deceived. Now, most of the book of Isaiah, as with all of the rest of which is claimed holy, is rewritten to suit the needs and the intent of those who would claim falsely and take that which is not theirs. And you will see that they of evil have written the lies to dupe you of the world into acceptance of their evil. You are people come of the lie, and it shall only be through the movement back within the truth that ye shall regain your freedom. My Holy Spirit shall not leave you, any of you. You shall turn into the wanting of the good and gain hate of the wrong. Rise up, my children, let your light shine for all the nations to witness. For the glory of my light is streaming from you, if you will but take it. And darkness as black as the moonless midnight shall cover all the peoples of the earth. But my glory will shine from you. All nations will come into your light. Mighty kings will come to see this glory of my light upon you. And my winged chariots shall fill your skies, and there shall be rejoicing in the homecoming. Lift up your eyes and see, for your sons and daughters are coming home to you from distant lands. Your eyes will shine with joy, and your hearts will thrill, for merchants from around the world will flow to you, bringing you the wealth of many lands. And has it not been given, and you have turned it into spoils and wretched plunder? Oh, despicable and vile are the ones who took my words and promises and made them to read as the prophets, and reward of the very ill anti-God, who would seek Zion and call themselves my chosen children, and take the heritage of mine own unto themselves. Do you of the veiled children not see that which they have done? They have taken my truth and turned it into their own use to fool all of ye nations. They have set up their vile and evil temples in lands not their own, so that the world would not know of their evil and think it prophecy. They would set their cities forth in the biblical lands and pronounce that, see, God says that these things of Lebanon would be mine, and that Israel would become known around the world and glorified in the eyes of all? Nay, you follow the beast into the pits of separation if ye follow on with this charade. Just not the God of light these ones follow, but the fallen gods of evil adversaries, who have mesmerized and captured you in their nets of lies and webs of human physicalness. So be it, for the moving finger writes and then moves on. Where will ye be, child? Dharma, it is enough. Right herein that God has sent his messengers to every land and said, tell my people, I, the Lord your God, am coming to save you and will bring you many gifts. And you shall be called the holy people and the Lord's redeemed. And so it shall come to pass in your generation upon that place laid forth for your experience. And that which is pronounced in Isaiah is not that which is referred to as Israel, now placed within the location of Palestine. For they were liars and frauds from the beginning, and their messengers filled the land with the lies and false teachings. And these too shall fall in the sweep of truth. Let it be known that none of evil can nor will stand in my light, for all of darkness shall be vanquished. So be it. Sit, Chela, and tell these things, for so I give it to be written. So shall it come to pass. And I send the word for man to know, so that he can choose his direction. And I shall no longer stand silent, and those who have changed my words and destroyed my truth shall be cast into the silence, for they have pulled my people down, and the reward shall be heavy indeed. I close this portion with petition to hear, to see, and come into understanding, so that you can find your way. My messengers shall no longer be given into martyrdom, for the call is sounded as the chaos has spread about your lands, and so will the hush come upon you, and woe is upon he who does not take heed. I shall rip the books bound with the lies from their sewing and rend them into shreds, and the lies shall bury the liars in their dens of iniquity. And so it shall come to pass, for the truth lies within the story. But it is not as written or translated, for they of evil have taken that which was given for your guidance and turned it into the path directly into evil. They who have convulsed by truth shall be strangled upon their own lies. Ah, yes, ye had better be reading carefully the books called Bible, for they are filled with the changings to suit of the beast, and through them shall ye be lied to slaughter, for they are not of my giving. Everything pure has been corrupted for the eons of time, and ye, who were given forth to set it up to right, have fallen to the wayside, or into the pit with the vipers. Not longer shall it be thus, for I am coming to set it right. And ye who stands with me shall be given into greatness, and these ones who have stolen that which I gave in truth into mine people shall be given into the abyss of remorse for all their remaining days, and then they shall be judged with justice. May the light be given entrance to shine around about you, that you be given into vision, for the remaining days of your experience upon that place are numbered. I am. The foreword. Sananda is speaking to us. This is the one that you know as Jesus. But he is given the name. He has earned his title Sananda. Okay, if you read in the book, they hide his name that's written on his thigh. Do you remember that part of the Bible? Okay, well, I do. He begins, Peace, Thomas, for I am come. I am Sananda of the sacred circle of infinity, for I am come again as one with the most high living God, Aton, Father. Man will never again return unto the unknowing and the ignorance that has been this downfall. Never again shall the darkness keep man bound from walking within the lighted presence that I am. Each must choose. Each must decide. Always man will cast to the side that which does not suit his view or his way or his opinion, and has new laws. It matters not one whit. And nothing shall be changed from herein lies the truth of the matter, plain for all to see. All who have eyes to see and ears to hear shall receive the message and be increased thereby. And each may come into knowing, and therein be most grateful. For these are the instructions you have pleaded for, and at last you have that which you have wanted for, lo, these eons of time. Man has struggled in his turmoil and conflict and wearing nature. Man has lusted after women without shame, and now lusts after man in like manner. You have entered into the pit of darkness, and you must return to living according to these laws of God, as they were given unto thee for thine greater good. And you have been careless and thoughtless, and have trampled the holy word of God under thine feet. No longer shall you do this in ignorance, and each shall act responsibly in their decisions to remain in darkness. And the decisions made in conscious error shall be the most painful of all. The soul shall cry out at that hour when standing in the presence of the mighty I Am. We weep for you and plead with you to hear, to take heed, to change. You are responsible, and yet you have behaved irresponsibly. Each shall be given to face the choices, and the consequences shall return unto thee. Do you recognize that the hosts of heaven have been sent? And do you acknowledge that God, Aton, has returned to the once beauteous jewel to bring order out of the chaos of this ending cycle? And why do you not believe that I am come again? Has it not been prophesied? How do you think I would return? Do you think to one day turn on 60 Minutes perhaps and see me speaking with Mike Wallace? And did you think that one day you would turn on TV and see me preaching from the stage of the Crystal Cathedral? Come now. Times have not changed so much. The crucifixion would take half the time. I have not said that I am come again upon that place. I have said that I am returned with the heavenly hosts, as promised long ago. And we are above your now polluted and troubled planet, transmitting forth instructions for your freedom, your survival, and godness. Will you listen? Will you listen? What must be done in order that you will listen to the message? Has it not been said that by their fruits you shall know them? Herein is your life raft. We do not come to force anything upon you. We come to offer instruction and tell you the way that it truly is. And man may do what he will, as he has done to this point. It takes no brilliant mind to see that you are in most grave circumstances. Why will you not consider the messages that are offered for their protection and wisdom? The laws of God are fixed, immutable. Man may change what he will, but the will not change the laws of God, for they are that which was given for balance within the creation. And man has soiled that which has been given into his care for his stewardship. Herein you shall find the laws clearly outlined. There is no room for misunderstanding the message. There are no little gray areas for you to move around in. And if you violate the laws after completing this document, you shall do so willingly, knowingly, and therein shall be consequences for those actions. Now, God is most forgiving for actions done in ignorance. Willful violation of the laws is entirely a different matter. It is the better part of wisdom to heed his warning, for it is most grave indeed. We are at the final hours of the planetary cycle. Choices will be made by man that shall affect him for eons in our future counting. Be most cautious when seeking the momentary thrill, for the excitement that you seek shall not satisfy you in the countless generations of recycling and rebirths before you, as you learn well the lessons you so carelessly refuse to learn this time around. Now, fleshly pleasures are fleeting. The soul is infinite. And in the cosmic realms of light where we dwell, infinity is a long time indeed. Ponder it. Where do you wish to spend your time? Upon what do you wish to gaze? And in the ending, will your ego-filled and willful ways have been worth the pain that you shall experience in the recycling of rebirth? Why does man always think that he knows better than God? Foolish, foolish man. And I do not come here to chide you. I come to plead with you on bended knee. These are your instructions. Clearly given in full radiance of the Father's presence. These are no abstract concepts for you to struggle with. Read them, learn them, live them, to return to the radiance for which I am. The laws are truly the only way in which to live. The laws are the ultimate in logic and reason. The laws work. Has your way worked? Oh, look around you. Look at your planet. Perhaps you should take the next shuttle flight, if it is not canceled due to faulty equipment, and view your very atmosphere from great distance, and you shall see how man's way has worked thus far. You are in most dangerous waters, and the instruction we bring with total love is offered to bring you back into the presence of Holy God. And why do you resist so? Beloved, we are here. I am returned with the heavenly hosts, and with the Father, Aton. Listen to the words we bring from therein is light, and man has walked the darkened pathways for too long. Return to the ways that shall see you through unto the lighted realms wherein I dwell. The time grows most short indeed, and the hour for deciding is upon you. Which path shall you walk? Come, walk the good red road. Walk the lighted pathway according to the laws herein, and you shall know God. I place my seal upon these words. I am Isu, Jesus, Emmanuel, Sananda, of the Christed sacred circle of infinity, and one with the Father. Blessings unto all those in whose hands these words are placed, for you have found your very soul's freedom therein. Walk most gently the pathway before you, and treat your brother as ye would be treated, for you are, in truth, one. Salut.